Many other industries have their own institute, they have their own professional development. The recruitment industry doesn't have that, and from that perspective, to give credibility to this industry, I think the introduction of IRP is essential.
Our individual membership offering really wasn't doing justice to the profession that we're trying to establish and that we're trying to impact with clients.
Since the merger of the IEC and FRES in 2000, that's nearly 10 years ago now, we haven't done anything with individual membership, and it's a huge piece of our heritage that we need to build on, develop, and to do that we needed a new offering. The Institute's going to be providing a set of new innovative products and services, all focused around the needs of the individual. That will include things like our new management portal, where people can get information on the leading business advice and best practice. There'll be an affinity program, there'll eventually be a magazine, specific training, branches and development, all focused around giving individual recruiters all the skills, capability that they need to be successful in their career.
What we want to see with this institute is really putting a stake in the ground and saying this is a profession, this isn't just something you fall into. You know, the whole economy pivots on this profession, and we want to put a mandate down and say to every individual who works in the recruitment industry that this is something they need to belong to, this is something they need to stand behind for their own personal brand of ethics, that is not just going to be a signal to their clients, but it's also going to be a signal to the whole nation that we are a professional body, we are professional individuals, and we make a big difference to the way this economy delivers.
I see the corporate membership as the framework of the industry, but I think the members of the Institute will become, or are in fact, the lifeblood of the industry, and they will go on to take us through into the next decade.
The Institute is going a long way to raise the credibility and the reputation of the recruitment sector as a whole.
From my point of view now, the REC has actually got the interest of the industry in line and is moving forward and taking us where we want to go.
Now, we know from the work we've done through the Future Employment Working Group that we need to give employers a better way of accessing the market that protects their risk, minimises their risk and enhances their brand. This institute, we know factually, is something that employers see as a key step in making that a much safer route to market.
The awards that we're going to do at the end of the year in November should be the focal point for the Institute. And what we want those to do is to recognise and celebrate success.
The IRP Awards will be incredibly exciting. It's going to be a very big event on the REC calendar, and if you are a winner, then clearly it's going to give out a very strong message to employers to know that they're actually using a professional recruiter.
The best way the Institute can best prepare recruiters for the upturn is by preparing them for the downturn. Giving people the skills and the acumen to cope with tough times, to give them the confidence to deal with market adversity, and to support them with advice and support when they need it, I think will automatically ensure that recruiters are well placed when the industry does turn around to take advantage of that upturn.
The Institute, in terms of focusing companies on continuous professional development and the standards that will be required, will put itself into a situation where those companies that are prepared will benefit much more in the upturn than those companies that are not prepared. And professional development is one of those areas that companies must focus on.
The recruiters need to be aware of what's going on, so you need continual dialogue to give them updates of what legislation is changing, where it's at. Having a website where they can put blogs on to update and ask questions.
I think the most exciting thing for recruitment professionals will be that they can really demonstrate to the clients and the candidates that they belong to a professional body that is reputable and that has strong codes of ethical conduct. And I think from a client's perspective and a candidate's perspective, if they know that they're dealing with reputable professionals, I think it will give them a great deal of comfort.
Do you know, we've got such a dynamic vision for where we want this to go, and it's really based in what's going to make our recruitment industry great over the next 5 years. It would be fantastic if we had a situation where access to employment within our industry, so we're talking about our talent, not our clients' talent, but our talent on entering it felt so proud and so driven by the mission that they're on, that every single person that wants to enter into employment would first of all have to be a member of the Institute.
This isn't something that comes together easily. This is about hard work, dedication, creativity, innovation. You know, we've involved many people from across the industry, big companies, small companies, individual members. We've engaged them in a very open debate about what they think the Institute should be about and what services we should be providing. We've engaged the board, we've engaged many other people from other sectors and from other parts of the client group to ask them what they think. And internally we've had a team working on this, completely dedicated to it. We're committed to taking it forward. We're excited about what we're delivering on day one, but we think there's so much more that we can do with this. We're committed to making this a chartered profession. It'll take us a long time, but this is the vehicle to do it.